This is the truth. It's been flying around all day. I did look up spiritually. What could it mean? Anybody can do it. Have you ever seen anything like this in your life? It's alive. I guess it's a sign also that I promise, based off a contact friend of mine who I call A-Wen from her name. I do nicknames. Remember, I've said that. See what letters come together to create a word or two that's positive, and she's always been a win to me. And I saw something she posted earlier about marriage and a positive quote from a Kimberly, I think, and it made me think of my wife. And how I will spend the rest of my life doing everything I can for her and our children. I mean, studying everything possible, listening to pastors and surgeons and my eyes shut, powers that lead me. And for 40 years still here on earth, and every day, if you want the truth, wondering in the beginning what I was here for, and I knew the obligations. I also knew this part of myself. Many years, my whole life, I've loved everybody, but I've never loved anyone more than Sarah. And knowing everything she's gone through in life, and then the habits I could have that got in our way of our marriage, and then at the same time the other side of me who would fear nothing and love her through everything. And I guess it's showing you that I love her so much that I'll share this with the world, because this isn't about fame for me. This is about me showing you. When I shut my eyes and ask for signs all the time. Today is our 4-year wedding anniversary, and oh my gosh. The picture that the fly is on, don't forget to look up spiritually. What do they say? Doesn't mean you have to believe it, but look. That was created by our son. I nicknamed him Key, because K comes from the first letter in his name and EY at the end. What are the odds of this? He drew that last time he was here and said, "Here, Daddy, it's a surprise." Well, he was asking for paper and a pen in the beginning of his stay with me, and more the second half of the weekend. I said, here you go. And he goes, here you go. And then his sister wrote mommy's name, and then the bear out on the bed was given to me by my daughter, saying, here's your surprise for me. I named it Sarah, and it's for you to be here, or it's to stay here with you. And then when they found out I was going to move to a bigger room after they left, they did not hesitate to say, please take these with you. Truth equals change. Faith equals change. Sarah equals change. And with her in my life, it's ultimately what ignited me to this change. And her family did. And my family. And all of you in the world is how I see it. And yeah, I have all these things out here of websites after websites, that amazing addictions, to Habit Factory, to the INEV owners, the list goes on. My focus is today, your focus is today, the stranger beside me, the stranger beside you, the stranger beside us. Changes are my focus today. One I got today, and the 7s and 17s and everything keep popping. I promise I wouldn't fib on that. In the thousands. 37, 27, but especially 17, and that's her favorite number. I can't remember when I learned that, but 17 stands out to me for so many reasons. But I mean, for example, today when I got this, again, this hotel for the next 3 or 4 days, it was $87. And when they gave me the receipt at 17, I think let it or ended the customer or the order number. That was very long. And then $12.17 today to customer 17 dot many numbers after it from GoDaddy on something that popped in my mind while I was at the store. And these all have popped into my mind, and when I feel they're needed, and many of them are 17 letters. And I'd love for the world to be a part of saying, what should we do with this? And amidst my brain surgery in December and McLaughlin surgery in March and everything before that, and I owe the world everything I can, I promise. And I owe number 1, those 2 children and their mommy. And we're all at the same level, but I will tell you, all of you in this world, I said this today to someone, all of you in this world have a head start on me. Yeah, I made $3 million, but and helped amazing men make, as a company and everybody in it, $3 billion plus. And I've sat at lunch with a founder of an amazing website, Priceline. And I met CeeLo Green as a stranger beside me. That's another website, on a flight. He's an amazing man. And Justin Timberlake at a music video, and the list, oh boy, that list is very, very long, of amazing people I've met over my life, and the books I read. Sarah Young, Jesus Calling. I'm not sure what you believe, but it's a smart thing to say, you know what, it's a cool story. And if we all act young again, then it's a good start for all of us. And we would say, I can read a page or 2 a day. Well, Jesus Calling by Sarah, what pops out on my Sarah was the first one. Amazing addictions, because we all need AA in the morning. Addictions, right now. The whole world could use them, and it could be fun. And yeah, you're seeing me, so you know all these things are with me. And I want the world to be a part of it, and don't worry about the money part. We'll make sure if you need money, the money that goes through this will be there to assist everyone in the world. That's why the INEV owners was created. The INEV is 7 letters. Be Smiles will be the biggest, I know could be the biggest social network where you all share your positive growth stories. mine will be real and you know it. um, I'm still here because of faith. Even amidst, as Blue October says, life's like a jump rope, up, down, up, down. This is true for all of us. And that thing is wiping its hands. Anyone, what's the odds of this? My kids deserve it. Our kids, sorry. Oh, and Sarah Young is the one who does Jesus Calling. And if we all go back to a young mindset and, Schoolhouse rocks, and don't worry, there's the very, very fun side of me and the side of how I love life and do simple things and see things differently after my brain surgery. And we can go to a young age and go, all right, I can read a page or two a day, good. It's only half a page on the left in the morning and half a page on the right at night. It's fun. And then The Mind of God is written by Dr. J. Lombard. A stands out on J, and L-O, the first two letters of his last name, and last two, creates the Lord. And he's an amazing person, and he starts with a story of one of his first stories of brain surgery, etc., on a young baby named Sarah. I felt called upon when that came, by the way, was given to me by an amazing cone. A cone can hold anything. You know what I'm saying? A cone can cover up things. A cone can, and I just did this for the first time in my brain. That's their last name. And I told them Habit Factory would for sure do live, fun get-togethers, HF. And as my daughter said, thanks for Habit Factory. Why? Because I learned to read things differently and in a fun way. When I made your Happy Father's Day gift, or your card, the HF stood out for me. So, and then my son, I don't know if he shares it or not, but when he saw Wingate was the hotel, he did go, a gate, Wingate, okay. Or something like that, but I don't need to be exactly accurate, but they live this life and they see things differently and they believe and they show us all that it's possible. So if we do go to a young age again, all colors are beautiful. We know the one color that can cover anything up, but more importantly, can build things, etc. There's new ways to look at everything, I promise. You can see it, because that book I was talking about, The Mind of God, written by John F. Kennedy's many years later, down the line nephew, Dr. J. Lombard, starts with Sarah, but he's talking about our brains and how we have the ability to see things differently, and I cannot change that now. I'm thankful, now that I'm thinking about this video and this part. Know that I've been through a lot in my life. Many brain surgeries, many accidents, car wrecks, movies I was in, amazing actors, actresses, presidents. The list is long. It's hundreds of people that you all know. Stages I've been on in front of thousands. An amazing one is when Sarah, that one, sang with our daughter in her belly, sunglasses on, and our daughter later saw the video years later and said she saw it and hoped we could do it again someday or something like that. My daughter also said if I get on stage again like I used to, because she heard it was thousands, and she asked if she didn't remember last time, but she's gone through so much it's hard for her to remember, but that's okay because it triggered me, and it's one of the things that I chose to keep in my memory. Everything else after I knew it was hurting me and not being honest with the world and such, I said bye to, and thanks Justin Timberlake, in time, that's his nickname. But with that being said, my daughter didn't remember, but she before said, Daddy, when you go on that stage again, maybe Mommy can do it, but either way, can I be backstage with you? I like how you might prepare. What do you mean? Well, we're listening to music, Lauren Daigle, oh Lord, and I could listen to that and dance while you pray or look in the mirror and do that stuff you do. So this is real. Hold me accountable. And obviously you can tell I'll be honest with every single one of you. And I will always say you all are one step ahead of me. Interesting. I know it's if you even see it, but I'm doing it to be honest. Truth equals change. Faith equals change. Sarah equals change. Go ahead and count the letters of those. Oh my gosh, I'm checking again. And this is I know I told you, but I think it's our 4-year wedding anniversary. I think you can see how much I've gone through, and I'm not here to ask for anything except for maybe I'm supposed to do this to tell you life could be harder. I can't drive right now because I got in a wreck and my brain injury and everything, and now the judge says, we're just because of this, we just want to check with your doctors, but that's that. I was drinking a lot before those days and went through a lot in life last year when my wife hoped that's when I would launch the Habit Factory to the world, and I would go back and forth through depression and such, but it was a year ago in July when I posted something beautiful and honest from my heart about seeing my wife and our kids out in the garage going through Mommy's stuff from home and from when she was little. It was beautiful and everything, and I remember her stepmom also commented beautifully, so they were trying, and then I went through my stuff of ups and downs, but downs, a lot of downs, and then 2004 was the first brain injury. September was another fall, and a stranger beside me luckily got in his car across from my parents. I didn't know him, and saw me in the middle of the day laying on the grass up and down, shooting up off the ground. I remember I was talking to a friend in Florida, and then I saw a quick rainbow and fell left into a tree in my head, and then I was in there for 2 or 3 days, and then out of that, and then wrecked the car after that, and then I just wasn't sleeping, eating right, all these different moving pieces, and then wrecked the car, and then after that in December is when my brain shut off and had a long, 5, 6, 7 hour surgery, and came out of that, and then began walking, and I felt Kobe Bryant's voice come into my brain when I began walking after all that inside the field house, FH, Habit Factory inside HF and the FH. And it's as I began to grow with my brain and my soul at the same time, because I remember when Kobe was talking, it feels like 10 years ago, I felt like he was looking at me and saying, if you're chosen or feel you're chosen, then let nothing get in your way if you can help the world. And honestly, I'm pretty sure it was in person in LA at a big event or something. I don't know, he just happened to say something. And then his voice came back to me on the first or second day I was walking inside the field house after he left this earth. And he was an amazing man that I hear his voice and I share everything I can, and I keep asking for him to keep leading me amidst Prince. And KobeBryantPrince.com is another one. There's 41 or 42 or 43 now for you, for the world. And you'll see the stories behind all of them, and the 7s that pop up and 17s, and it's all here. It'll be a great young thing for all of us to do. I'm not doing it for attention. I'm doing it because I just felt I was supposed to at every trigger. And I no longer control my life. And therefore I also know how to get everything out that could block it. Kobe Bryant Prince, .com. But if you look at it, what I did, my brain did, because I used the different side of my brain now that Dr. J. Lombard talks about. And Kobe was B-E, and Bryant was A-N, and Prince was I-N. So B and N. And I promised the day I shut my eyes and said Kobe Bryant Prince, Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy. So Martin Luther King was in the King. John F. Kennedy was on key. Stephen Jobs was C. Jobs. Our jobs is to join each other is how I feel it. On phones, meaning when we share things. They're so honest and can help people realize, all of you realize, that yes, you can live. Yes, dreams can come true. Yes, all these different things can happen. Yeah. As I said, I was in movies, I was in commercials, I was on amazing soccer teams in high school, could have went to college for it. I was on Montel Williams. Barking at a police dog. Bark. I'll be darned. I guess this message is to tell you that there are powers greater than us that will show you they're with you. Here, here, here. The story is long. I'm not even, if everybody wanted the whole thing, it's way longer. Of all the cities and streets I've lived on, and big homes and streets again, and jails I've been in, and stages I've been on in my heart, and all the things that blocked me, and somehow I was still here, and people had to go through it. And I'll give you everything I got so you all can live the beautiful, peaceful life where cash doesn't go on your mind. Promise. Wear what you wear is what you wear because you love it, and there's nothing that tells you what to do. But in drink and et cetera, I mean, there's a whole different thing, and I've been spending the last 10, 11 months of our separation that this is honestly my growth, and it took these months upon months upon months to get here to this right here. I forgot. I don't know if it means anything. I stopped it, paused it, whatever, thinking the noise might make that thing go, but now I realize the answer's no. What would you all say in your brain and your soul, or at least your brain, is to Jeremy? We've never seen anything like this. Heard anything, I'm sure, like this? Probably not. Seen a fly that was flying around this room. Seriously, I don't know how it got in here. That would be 4, 5, 6, 7 hours ago, tops. But yeah, definitely not less than 3 or 4. Because I've been in here that long. And that did go through my mind, and I said, I shut my eyes and I said, powers, if I'm supposed to learn something from this, I'm going to Google search it, of course, because truth equals change. 17. And from 17, I do SEVEN, teen, so C-teen. And teens are honest, and young children are honest, and all colors are beautiful, and they know black is one of the strongest, and children know if they have a choice of a teacher or leader and talented person, of this one, that one, or both together. I mean, most children in 5, 6, and 7 years old will go, both please. And I know so many people across this world that are amazing, especially someone I talked to today, Trevor, who sees the number 34 a lot come to him, and that's his sign, so you can Google it. he can help. He has helped and succeeded 100% of every single time with people around the world that need help with alcohol or drugs or just major mental depressions and anxieties and such. And I'm serious. I'm connected to the people around the world that would have the power at the same time for all of us to get together. And yes, I believe Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and the list goes on, and Obama has led so well that I know he would say, yes, man, all of us, let's get together. We're all at the same level. And make this world, it's not that hard, make this world better. My wife and I went through it and pulled it off many times, meaning where most people have quit, they said, on each other, but just in general. And I could name so many people that have left this earth that, yes, I miss, but they're right here with me, and they'll be there with you if you want it. I'm serious. I'm getting to that point of how much more honest could I be, right? I don't know how long this is going to be because I can't see the time. I could have when we were pointing that way and I was standing over there, but I wasn't paying attention to it. I'm controlled by something else, and I love that. And yeah, life's like a jump rope, up, down, up, down. And yeah, yesterday, Alive by POD came to me when I asked for questions with my eyes shut, and then it came on. I didn't realize it was 17 minutes past the hour, and then 7 or 17 seconds, I think, into the song. I felt like I met the singer yesterday. He said he's from Florida, but I don't know. I got a picture, and I kind of feel like I met him before, or maybe he was in a dream. I don't know. So here's the truth. I also saw people outside last night that I felt like maybe I've seen him before, her maybe more, and the other one, I don't know. But the new me always loves and respects every stranger beside me, and I've spent months thinking of how thankful I am for all of you in this world. Because strangers beside me, and there were sometimes the ones I'm talking about are strangers beside you, but I don't know if I'd be on earth without them. And you have to remember that my wife in 2010, that I met 10 years ago, was a stranger, and then we didn't see each other again until 2 years later. And then the rest is the story. And I owe her this, to show her how far I've come. And I'm not asking for attention. I'm here because maybe I need to tell. I just went with what I thought I was supposed to do, was get on here and just whatever comes out, in a sense, right? Actually, no, I don't even remember thinking that. I just hit record. The old me, and all of us, we have these times where we're like, should I do this video or not? And the thing's gonna fly away. No, I'm in a different world now where these things just happen. You always get honesty from me. On everything. Randomly, Paul Walker, I felt like he was coming to me and reminding me of things when I would walk. I think he's with every one of us. That list will keep going, trust me. I make the list in your mind too, of who left our earth, is how I say it. Wendy Warren is one in Tennessee that I drove to after she left Earth, and her doctor husband said to me, where's Sarah? And I said, she's home with the kids. He goes, oh, she could have sang Love. Because he remembered that she sang it to me in front of strangers years ago. But what I'm saying is that's when I said, Wendy, I feel like you're with me, and he said something like she would be, and it was, I think, a couple weeks later when the number 31 showed up on a pizza I picked up, a metal 31, and when I called them, they said, we don't know how it got on there, sorry. It was a thing that said it was the numbers. They pulled it out of the area where they cook it under fire. I don't know what they're called, but Russo's, I know. I looked up 31, why did it come to me? And you can look it up, and it's done it many times since. 17, 27, 34, a lot after Trevor in Canada. And there's a man in France, and there's other people all over the world. That's what I mean, the story's long. And all I can do is just tell the truth and just say, yeah, all these websites are here, 41, 42, 43 of them, and they're beautiful. And even GoDaddy, my kids used to sing it. I don't know if they remember, but in the beginning of things, GoDaddy, it might have been because they heard me say GoDaddy a year ago, I don't know, but the important part is they did get to a point of we're on their own, not my idea, GoDaddy, go. And I remember the first time I said, where Eva? Because she was singing it loud. She was to your phone. Play a song like God Only Knows, and then Noxley named Manifest, I think. Noxley, or Evelani did ask that at one point, Lauren Daigle, because she was singing Oh Lord, or You Say, one of the two, and that would be played in that back room before the stages are hit. And then, by the way, when 21 Pilots, one of their latest songs, it starts with C. I can't remember exactly, but I felt like it was written to me and my wife because my wife knew who they were before I did. Although I knew the drummer before they made it to the amazing spot they're at now, and I'm proud of them, and I believe in them as leaders and the way they think. They use their brain, souls for sure. And then Tyler would happen to be in a church we stopped in one night in New Albany, Ohio, and Sarah saw him. And we went to see if he was out in the hallway after, but he wasn't, but it's okay. And then we saw him, and there's so many stories, by the way, of dinner with Paul McCartney's mother one night. And the other day I made a video of how when I was leaving an area and felt like I was supposed to say, is this it? Is this what I'm supposed to do? And I hit shuffle now at this point on 1,000+ songs. I haven't counted them in my files, but it's just all songs on my iPhone. And the phone picked, or someone picked, Revolution by the Beatles. And by the way, John Lennon, who left this earth, I believe is with us, and his son knows very well my friend Braden, and she knows Simon Sinek, and Simon Sinek is I'm in, or I'm on, or on in, or I'm in. And he said people are supposed to start with why they're creating something, and I think that's what I'm doing. I'm doing this because, and I bought all those websites for the world because the reason why is because I went through so much. I knew I owed the world the truth, and that equals change. And obviously, you know this is the truth. And the fly is still on the key. That's what I named our son. Knoxley. And it's on the picture he made of his mommy, like I said, and then his sister wrote her name above it, and she's so great at her, after going through kindergarten in Granville, Ohio, she's so great at counting and everything, and so is he. He last time got up to 77 or 8, I think, and goes, I just want to stop. He's 5. And they're just amazing, and that's another story. She means peaceful. Evelani came from my mom's middle name, and her middle name is Izzy Ann, which comes from her mom and her mom's mother, Lenora, and her mom's mom. It's her mom, yeah. My daughter's mom's mom. And Knoxley John Benton comes from my dad and Sarah's dad. It's pretty cool. And then Ivalani over there, you can see Iwalani. I know I said it earlier, but now you can see that I write it. So a little switch in life. Like the end of her name, instead of Ni, I switched it, and then what stood up was I win. Doesn't mean me. It means it's a good example to show you that you can take anything in front of you and turn it into positivity every single second. The way I look at grounds now when I walk. I saw a big crack the other day that looked like this. There's a video up, and to me it can be a peace sign, or peace sign, or it can be you get what I'm doing, or it can be this way going, yeah, in life we have and if you're in charge, it can always end up with, I can make anything work. You, meaning we can get you there, I promise. I hope you took something from this. And then Ivalani, sorry, she turns 7 next month, so that clocked in my mind too, because that is the one thing that caught my brain soul right away, was how we can see, listen, learn differently with our brains, I promise. And yeah, all the people I know over the world in these 40 years makes everybody go, wow. It's from every category, yeah, but I believe in all of them equally. Even Monster energy drinks, which is the one, if you want to say, worst thing I consume, but I stay healthy, and my surgeons and other people have said many people have said they haven't seen this often, but with Monster, I just told myself, okay, how to meet halfway, and my wife taught a lot about this, how to meet halfway on everything. Like, we don't have to go from whatever you're thinking in your mind to completely taking it away, or replacing it. This is hard for me right now, but so it shows you I'm real. Monster energy, like, my brain kicks in during the day for sure, but now maybe this is why this video didn't come out during the day, because I'm excited and I'm working on the schoolhouse that rocks, and people that know me know that you can't stop that's for sure. So, and how to listen to music differently completely. There's so many things I could share, but what I'm getting at is the C kicked in, and oh my gosh, what was I saying? How to see and hear and everything different, right? No, I forget. Maybe the world can help me with this. What was I saying? I don't remember. Maybe that's how real this has to be. And that doesn't make me a bad person. Oh, that's right. Maybe time was there for you to be able to see how my brain can go. What I mean is how to meet halfway. Monster energy drinks, got it? So I would say to them, because then my business mind kicks in, my creative mind, but my mind that believes everything can be changed, we can have this beautiful world. Monster energy. The owners, I'm sure, with them knowing where the world is right now, I'd say to them, I just capitalize the ON higher, so it's on energy, and maybe you only serve it or share it. It can only be sold at every place in the world, picked 4 days a week or something, I don't know. And then, or also you add to your list of other options are these healthy ones, and then Budweiser's and all the alcohol in the world can say, are you guys okay? And we trust you. If you do need help, we'd rather you go get help, and we'll send you to help on us. If you have problems with alcohol, you see what I'm doing? Like, this is nothing. Meaning, I've went through all this stuff in life, and I'll share everything I possibly can. And this fly's the one we talk about. I don't know when I'm supposed to stop this. I am thankful and I am grateful. Beyond. Because I'm still here and I fear nothing. And I'm here to tell you, amidst everything I've gone through, and you can even see that I can go through many down days still. And amidst all of this stuff going on in the world, I still kick into, and I ask for it to always be kicked into, number one, myself first to make sure. And then everyone else in this world. Understand that. And I know, as I said, I know the greatest people in the world, and it's every single one of you. And the ones that need to come together will come together. I know that. I looked over, so I saw these. I didn't plan on it, but this I got when I lived 3,000 miles away. I'm glad that experience was there, and I love it, and I can't wait to visit Washington. But this came up in front of me, and it stands for the Ohio State Buckeyes, but to me it stands for the INEV, meaning the inevitable. You know, we've all seen these things happen where they happen and we go, what? Oh, wow, okay. I mean, something's bound to happen. We just didn't know what. Well, the INEV would be all of you saying, I forgive myself today. You can do it. Forgive yourself, let it go. I'm ready to do this thing so we can all get rid of anxiety and depression at the same time. Around the same time, meaning it's going to take a path, but a fun path. We all got to feel young again. And the world has proven that on the money side of things, we can all take care of each other, know that we can do it and not complain, and just take a deep breath. And my wife is the one who taught me this at our best times. So here we are. Hi. All In was created, number one, by the best man at this wedding. And from his name, a horn. He was always good at going, Jeremy, good job. He's a great man when it comes to facing what's in front of him. Meaning he's a horn when it comes to truth. There's so many things I could share about everyone in this world, and all of these that have come through me and out of my mouth, from the nurses to therapists, and there's a long, long thing. It would take hours upon hours, days, probably a month for me to tell the entire life story. But I'm just being real. And all in is what we all should do, and I can tell you I know that works, because last time we did this, it was a couple thousand or more people on our team amidst 15 other thousand people, I believe, at the same place, and we were the number one growing team in the world, sharing healthy, beautiful products, and everybody throughout the weekend, everybody wanted the hat that wasn't on our team. And maybe now is when I'm supposed to say we are all a team in this world, all of us. And I know that. Yesterday I found out Morocco. I'm serious. You can Google it. I added it to the list. Morocco 7 check. Type that out. Count the letters. And then Google it and you'll see all the 7s. That's why I can't stop my creative side. And as you begin to accept how we can be talked to and see and hear things differently, trust me, angels will come at you. And yeah, we're all in. I have masks. How I see everything differently, and like I said, a big lead on this was my wife and my parents and her parents, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, everyone in the world. It's just my brain taking it all in and understanding. If we go back to feeling young, I promise, I know, all of a sudden it's like click, and all of a sudden all of us would go, why didn't we do? Because we were all caught in that. And I'm a good example of it. Because you could say, Jeremy, why didn't you do the Habit Factory where your brain and soul go in and it's there forever? And amazing addictions start the day, and then there's A to Z and all these things. And why didn't you share all this before? Because I needed to go through all that to understand how important it was. And number one, it's for my family. And that's what men in my case are supposed to do. And and in that case, sorry, men, husbands, fathers are just men. This is the strength we need to have right now to say, now it is time. No more fighting, no more wars, nothing like that. It's the coolness is getting along. The peace is getting along and just going, let's not freak out and act as if we can't do this. Mommies, we know you're there. Females in general. Even the young ones, my daughter's made me so proud at 6 years old, almost 7, and our son 5, same thing. And all of your children, we all have them. So the way to do this is to simply, if you've heard all of this, is simply go, okay, we got it. And now it's just the strength of going, why would we not join as a world team and get all the people together that are running the biggest thing? If your gut / brain, soul, maybe I said gut, so it got to you, because I say brain, soul a lot, but it's the strongest thing you got, and it's there, trust me. If the brain souls are all triggered, yeah, the world will change. Yeah. Like it's simply saying, yes, we all can do this. We don't have to wake up. Tomorrow's a new day. Don't even think about tomorrow. Just today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but, and we simply go, yeah, my focus is today. Changes are my focus today. And you'll never change that on me. And you can do the same thing. Do not, well, you right now you can say, okay, I'm starting to understand, because I could let my brain go, Jeremy, this is neat, it's big dreams, and oh my gosh, you do have a great story, but we have to face reality. Yeah, how are you gonna do it? These are the talks I had to have in my own brain, and remembering people like my wife and her family and my family, all these different moving pieces. But like I said, all this happened for a reason. For me to tell you, this is the greatest things I've ever learned, is what I'm sharing with you, and I'm doing it honestly. Truth equals change, 17 letters. Faith equals change, Sarah equals change. I don't think it was a coincidence that an easy book to read, just half a page in the morning and half a page at night, Jesus Calling, great story, is by Sarah Young, So Amazing Addictions, at a young age. It's not a coincidence. And then the first story, like I said, of Dr. J-A-Y-L-O-M-B-A-R-D, and I kept the first 2 letters of Lombard and the last 2, so he is a Lord to me, because I only got on page 2 coming from the Amicone family member, and I see it as it coming from all of them, because they've lived through everything in life, and I'm so blessed to have them in my life, and all of you too. So what I'm saying is everything is equal. Now, with all that being said, it's, could we really do this? And the answer is, it could be as easy as simply going, send us the triggers we can pull, in a sense, the positive ones. My brain's just making this up right now. Or maybe it's a world vote. That's another one of them, where you can go visit it and answer the question of, do you want the most talkative, powerful? What I mean by that is people that love you and can share. You will feel that love from them, and there's so many, to all come together in the same spot together, and then come out and share with you exactly how we should do this. I have all the sites, I have everything, and I know I will always come at you as someone who's been through all the things I've been through. And granted, don't let your brain go, but Jeremy, we don't want this sadness, or that. When it comes to this side of me, I'll know the times when I'm supposed to say, is in sync Wood and Justin Timberlake, I say it all the time, but bye, right? So I'll show you, yes, everything I've learned on how to control your moments. Promise. With all that being said, oh my God. Watch, I'm going to do the camera closer one more time so we can see. If this wasn't a sign. And all of you boys look evenly beautiful together, every single one of you in this world. Let's see what happens. And I stepped on this, so we'll see why. Whoa. Blue October, life's like a jump rope. Mood now and then it's off. I go through it, relax when needed, mind off. Anything, rest. This is real. That's a reminder of the conversation I had with our beautiful homeowners, who are another story you're going to hear about, a stranger 3,000 miles away from us that has led us in their cards to me. That's a nickname I created. But now you know. That's like that because, yes, she started Amazing Addictions for me, and the money she is so good at. And she would be there in a sense, I'm sure, to help and lead you all. And if she doesn't want to, you see, you got to realize it's another thing to learn. An amazing addiction in life is to learn that people will do things when they want to do them, if that makes sense. And I'm not just using Sarah, this is many, many years and years of me learning this. So if you want to do this with us, sure, I'll figure out where I'm going to send you to vote or do whatever we're going to do next. But my point is, when your time is ready, right? What? Well, okay. I'll be darned. I'm trying to figure out what to take from this. Many of you might think maybe you're supposed to kill it. But like I said, oh my gosh, if we're young, we can change the way we hear things. Like when I speak about my videos, whenever I see the number 6 or whatever, or just think of 1, I think of the way a 1 looks, you know, the design. Then I think of O-N-E, small letters, and I think of big O, big N, small E, so it's on. And then I could say 6 plus 1, W-O-N. It doesn't matter. And don't allow yourself to fall in the position of, whoa. Why? I'm not saying we have to switch all the languages. I'm just saying it's examples so that you can learn that, yes, there's different ways to use our brain and our actions and our truth and our truth equals change, right? Well, this is the truth. That I don't even know what to do with that. I guess that could be a world vote. No, I don't kill anything. Except the part of my brain, I believe, if you want to say it that way, went away forever after all of my occurrences, especially these last ones. And so I could be here to show you that you don't have to have brain surgeries and falls and all these different things and to get there. So if you're having trouble with alcohol, drugs, depression, all the things across the list that you could say, if I could make it go, I want it to go. The answers are there. They're right there. And there's many people around the world that can explain it better than me, I promise. So maybe I was just here to be a test. I don't know. I answered like I'm 5, 6, 7. I don't know. So now you know. So one love to all of you, and I don't know how long this is. So I always promise that to the world that is the new me, and it's been months upon months of I don't know the time. So we'll figure out what it's gonna be. Or do I make a choice for you? No, I don't make the choice. You do. One love to this entire world, and especially my wife and children, and you know why. And our families. And all of you. Sarah, I did my best. I love you so much. Thank you for being, because if you weren't in my life, this wouldn't be here.